Pwede na lang tayo mag-start. Yan. So, hi everyone. This is Kaizen number 47. And I'm Cindy, your community manager inside the dojo. And here with me right now is Norjan Maytapel or Miss Norj. Hi, Norj.
Hello.
Yan.
Hello.
So, what's your job title, Norj?
I consider myself a freelance direct response copywriter.
Direct
Ganun.
response copywriter ka. So, mm, so can you tell us more about your story? You can start from your backstory and end in your present situation.
Okay. So if you catch me looking sa left ko, that's me reading my notes para hindi ako mawala. Kasi may tendency ako na mag-ramble. So I think according to my notes, I can divide my story into 5 parts. So sa part one, I hope, hindi ako choppy, parang na-trauma.
Na-trauma
So,
ka
sa
kasi
part
grabe
one,
talaga yung last time. Grabe talaga
yeah.
yun. Pero yan, we're
So,
here now. Sa hindi ka naman choppy right now. Yan.
okay. So, yung journey ko with copywriting is parang process siya of self-discovery. So, hindi, yung pag-find ko ng copywriting isn't really about finding a job that's well paid or finding something that work from home. It's just something that occurred naturally na I found my I guess my talents and skills are best used doon sa copywriting. So before, skip ko na lang siguro ito. Pero I think um if wait lang. So part one na story ko is that before I wanted to achieve but I didn't want to be seen. So I think yung yung journey ko, as I said, is really the self-discovery. Before kasi, parang, until now naman, ano ako, uh, not demure, pero shy. Shy, sheltered shy. So, parang, nung college ko, or my entire school life, I am very, parang following lang, parang best in study, pero, ayun, parang I get good grades not because I was gifted, pero because I just studied. And parang I thrived in structured, plus controlled na environment. And parang I took a course na without thinking of the future. I was just, oh, ito yung available right now. Ito yung I thought na talent ko. So I was an IT student, information technology student in a nursing school. So every time my friends ask me, may IT pala dyan, where I go to school here in Davao. I'm not sure if you're familiar, pero my point is when I mention the school, they always ask me na, IT ka, may IT pala dyan na school. So parang since college, questionable yung choices ko. It's very, parang I took a backseat sa career ko. I wasn't aware, pero parang decision making ko isn't really active. Pero kaya nung nag-college, ay nung nag-graduate na ako, that's where I kind of like, saan ako papunta nito? Hindi na, I graduated as an IT student, pero yung nag-graduate ako through effort, not because of this is where I found where I'm truly good at. So, hindi naman ako marunong, ay, hindi, marunong ako, pero nakalimutan ko na, hindi ako talented in programming, in like web development, web design. I just parang surface level lang kasi hindi ako interested. So
Mm.
before ko na-find yung copywriting, I went through a few jobs. First nun is as a call center agent. I wasn't even aware na call center pala yung pinasukan ko. I was just, pumunta lang ako ng job fair, tapos hired on the spot. Kaya pala ako hired on the spot because I was overqualified, graduate, tapos nag-call center. Pero pinasukan ko, 6 months, tapos hindi ako nagtagal kasi I figured na hindi para sa akin yung graveyard, tsaka hindi rin para sa akin. Parang I took calls sa first job ko na tulog. Yung boss, yung supervisor namin would just parang tinatapik lang ako na nagsasalita ka ng tulog. Hi, this is Nadia. Parang ganun. So, ayun, I stopped. And yung next ko naman, parang mahirap sa akin yung pagpili ng next job kasi I was really clueless. So, yung foundation ko with choosing the next job is just my IT experience. So, I thought anything na tech. Kaya nag-call center ako because computer. So the next job ko is another call center. Parang nagbe-build ako ng resume. Yung the only job that was, that accepted me for my call center experience is another call center. Or this time, I denied the graveyard. I was only like naga data entry lang ako. Pero doon ko na-discover ang SEO kasi may parang marketing department and they were just giving me whatever tasks kasi hindi nga ako nag-accept ng calls. I was just helping sa data, sa pag-write ng mga spells sa calls. So, parang you can, in retrospect, parang nag-write na pala ako ng copy nun.
Oo nga.
So, yes. So I wasn't aware. I was just writing copy na parang I was persuading people to buy this credit card. Hindi ako aware. Before I was just, okay, SEO, IT. I thought I was more analytical than, you know, talented sa words. Tapos, but that was the start of me entering the marketing world. So eventually, nag-stop din ako doon na call center. Yung next ko na job is an outsourcing agency. So, yung job ko doon is a VA and then naging social media person na rin ako after like a few months. And then I ended up being the only person sa social media team nila in-house. I was managing the company's pages. So, ayun, social media, nag-write na din ako ng caption and nag-write din ako ng some blog posts, some any content. So, ayun. It was a very, as you can see, the pattern, it's very gradual yung discovery ko ng copywriting. And then after that outsourcing company, I got accepted to another outsourcing company, which I applied to before, and I was rejected. So, during the kanang parang in between my job experiences, I was continuously rejected. Parang ambitious ako to get into Canva. If you know Canva, I know a lot of us use Canva here.
Yeah.
And before, sikat na talaga ang Canva na startup for creatives. And so parang naka-romanticize pa startup era, startup experience sa akin noon. Pero nung na-experience ko na yung startup era, so my next job after the outsourcing company is another outsourcing company, pero yung direction nila is they be they are growing into an advertising company. So that was as I said, di ba nawala na naman ako. As I said, I was into the startup experience, the sticky notes, the brainstorming in person. I was in my early 20s. Mm, if you remember On the Wings of Love chart, you guys, James and Nadine, yung job,
James and Nadine.
baka mali. Baka ibang drama yun. Basta
Ba
yung job ni Nadine is as a advertising agency. So parang, oh
mm.
my God, I want to work there. I want to work, parang, I want fast pace. I want ideas. I want brainstorming. I love that. Pero, after my experience, parang, ano din, sa sobra ka fast pace, yes. Sa sobra ka fast pace, na burnout ako.
Mm.
And that was parang pandemic na yon. Nag-double down pa because pandemic. And a lot of things happened na hindi ko ma-share. But parang I found myself on the job. Parang I wanted to cry. Oh my God, gusto ko na mag-quit. And I keep pushing my decision to reply. My resignation letter was already ready. Pero hindi ko pa sinubmit. And then finally, I submitted my resignation letter, I think 2021. The first year of the pandemic, tiniis ko talaga by 2021, hindi ko na kaya. So I resigned without any direction. Pero, nag-skip ako because hindi lahat, headache, burnout, yung nakuha ko sa previous company ko. I was, parang sinala talaga nila ako. When I grew there, it was like a pressure cooker na in there, I met a lot of creative people. A lot of them are thriving actually right now sa online world. They're coaches na, and some of you may know them, pero hindi lang ako mag-name drop kasi, I don't know, they might not want me to name drop. So, ayun, I met those people, and I also, in that company then, my very last company before freelance, I met the Ogilvy CEO, former CEO ng Ogilvy or president ba yun? If you're familiar with Ogilvy, they create ads. If you were, if you came from Ralph Sensei 7-Day Challenge, parang nag-share siya ng mga commercials, di ba, na
Mm.
creative. And yung Ogilvy, ganun sa kanila. They create very creative commercials dito sa Philippines. Right now, yung parang pinakasikat na agency is Gigil agency yung nag-create ng RC Cola. So,
Mm.
I think that was like the really nag-open talaga ng mind ko to the world of copywriting because that former CEO ng Ogilvy was a copywriter and she was she helped create some of the most iconic na commercials sa Philippines like sa yung Dancing Babies sa diaper commercial. So ayun,
Yung
parang
RC
doon
Cola
ako,
nga, alam ko yung commercial na yun eh. Is it ano mo?
yeah,
Yeah.
yung
Very,
pagtanggal ng ulo,
very 90s.
RC Cola bottle. So ayun, di ba, yung
Actually,
mga ganun yung introduction ko with copywriting. I thought na creative. And then, fast forward again, um, oo, mga creative ngayon is by Gigel. So fast forward to 2021, parang I was left with no choice na nag-resign na ako. Um, Either I applied to another company or mag-freelance. Pero since pandemic, I thought na freelance might be a good option kasi nasa bahay na naman ako. And I fortunately someone offered me a job and they were my former coworkers doon na previous job ko. They resigned like before me pa. So parang we are past coworkers now working in the new agency pero hindi ako included sa you know, founder ng agency name. But they just recruited me as their um writer because parang nung na-meet ko nung yung CEO ng Ogilvy noon, I was all like I said, di ba, na-open ako sa world ng copywriting. So I was doing everything na gusto ko mag-write ng copy, gusto ko ng mga iyon. Anyway, I was just communicating to the people. I was showing my eagerness with copy, with writing, and the people who noticed me uh when I was in like a very hopeless situation, people noticed me because I showed up sa mga like I said, di ba, na burnout ako. That was because um I was always in projects. I was always hands up. Parang gung-ho yung adjective na binigay sa akin ng mga coworkers ko before. Very gahot. Very what's the Tagalog? Very I don't know. Anong Tagalog
Parang
ng
gahon?
uh, gahaman? No, I uh,
Parang Gina G
they,
ka. Parang Gina G.
uh,
Gano'n.
Gina
Gina G
G
ka.
always, even if introverted ako, pinapa-pitch ako sa clients sa last agency ko. Like, okay, go do this kahit hindi ka experience. Ayan. So,
Nakaka-burnout talaga yun. Grabe.
yeah, every time may ma-feel talaga ako na hot flashes. Tapos, ayan. Ayun. Ah, it helps na medyo may energy pa ako noon. And, I was really working hard to find my place, to find what is really my talent. So, yun, nag-copywriting na ako. Pero I discovered na hindi talaga ako pang creative copywriting. Because it's very, mm, you need to be really witty. At the same time, yung satisfaction mo. At the same time, yung pag-handle ng projects is very, yung client's objective, yung taste nila, yung mga revisions nila is very, can you change the message? Parang walang measurements. I wanted
Mhm.
something na yeah, I know the value that I bring as a copywriter. And for me, I know myself as much as I want to say na I'm a creative person. I do get ideas, pero I think I mas gusto ko mag-write ng copy na clear, 'di ba? Again, call back to the people who have attended Sensei's past uh lessons, 'di ba? Clarity over ano yun? Creativity, clarity over wittiness or creativity. So, ayun. Uh, I chose the direct response copy route, and right now with AI, parang nag-future proof din ako. I want to um be more involved sa strategy. So I'm parang papunta rin ako sa email marketing, full stack email
Mm.
marketing. So mas may makita ka na results with open rates. Kasi ngayon,
Oo.
kasi like my very recent mga projects is more social media, and you can see results like likes, like you know messages or ads. Pero sa email marketing, it's a lot of us, I think a lot of us are interested in email marketing right now. So, ayun. I also like the storytelling. I also like the one-to-one talaga kayo nag-uusap with the reader. Or it seems that way. You're not just
Mhm.
shouting to the void. They're reading. They are reading. So, yun. Wala na ako ng part 1, part 2. Nag-cover na ako ng sa story ko.
Okay lang
So,
yun.
that is me right now. Um, bef okay, so yung journey ko with Inner Circle, I started out sa 7-day challenge. That was when parang mid of my freelance copywriting, uh, parang nag-quit sa akin yung client ko na foreigner. Parang nag-ghost siya. Um, and because of that, parang very low pa yung self-esteem ko as a copywriter
Mm-mm.
before. Once mag-ghost na ang client, parang, I don't deserve to be a copywriter. Parang dapat may plan B na ako. Pero nakita ko yung ad ng Copywriting Dojo na 7-day challenge and it was only parang 200 plus. So, ayun, nag-attend na ako because before kasi I was only consuming copywriting materials for free and it didn't feel like na-absorb ko yung lessons because I was always
Mm-mm.
getting from different places. So there
Yeah.
is value ng structured, organized na lessons. And yun yung pinakamalaking value na nakuha ko on the onset na nag-join ako sa 7-day challenge. And then after that, na-pull ako sa funnel ng Copywriting Dojo. I eventually joined Inner Circle. And then,
Cute.
um, after that, actually, yung 7-day challenge, parang I was also very participative, pero hindi sa chat, hindi sa comments, more participative ako with the missions, ano ba, assignments, sub
Quest.
missions. And doon ako na-notice ni Sensei at first. Or naka-win ako ng one-to-one call ni Sensei. So, na-familiar na siya sa face and name ko. And then, Sensei went to Davao and then I attended that parang meet-up. And even then, I was parang nag-hesitate ako. Oh my gosh. Hindi ako confident. Um, strangers, networking. Hindi pa ako confident talaga sa image ko din. So, I was just, sige lang, punta lang ako. Bihis lang punta. I was the first person sa meet-up place. Um, so, ayun, nag-small talk. After, naghintay ako sa cafe and then Sensei arrived with his wife and my small talk kami. And within that small talk, I wasn't even pitching or anything. I was just telling my real problems, my real freelancing problems. And since they gave me an opportunity na mag-write ng email sequence for Inner's, I think one of his launch. So ayun, I had my first case study sa email copywriting with Sensei, and then I also
Galing.
was given another chance. So that was my second again. And right now, ayun, may dalawa ako na trial projects ngayon for email marketing. So, di ba, I still have yung very grateful pa rin ako because the people who have found me after I resigned sa aking agency job, I'm still working with them. I still have the freedom to look for other jobs, be very picky with the clients.
Mm-mm.
And that is because I have had experience with very toxic clients din. Like I said, ba,
Mm.
na-ghost ako, na parang lowball din ako, and ayun. So right now I'm very picky. The more experience that you have, I learned, the harder it is for you to find a client. Pero, marami na magme-message sa'yo, message back to
Mm-mm.
you because, okay, this person has experience. Pero once nasa discovery call na kayo, ikaw pa ang nagre-reject. So right now, I'm in that phase na
Wow.
I am mostly giving out no's than yes. And I'm very
Nice.
fortunate because my parang my other client din ako. And I think another person na naka-learn din ako, if you guys know Chris Do. So wala lang, mention ko lang siya because I heard this quote from him na your yes is so precious, you have to reserve it for the right opportunities. Kasi what happens if you are working so busy working on not aligned na projects?
Mhm.
You're working on, parang you want to be a copywriter pero parang nag-BBA ka. And not
Mm-mm.
saying na ano, di ba? Pero it's just saying na
Yeah.
hindi aligned yung projects mo, di ba? Hindi aligned siya sa direction that you want. So, you have to be really wise sa decisions mo. Pero of course, consider din na you also um, consider then uh, I acknowledge na some people don't have much choice. So
Yeah.
anyway, parang, you
Pero
get
kasi
it.
before you get there naman, you paid your dues, 'di ba? Nagkaroon ka ng mga toxic
Ayun.
clients. It happened to you before na
Uh,
mo narating yung part ngayon na nagduno ka na sa mga client. Ang
mm.
galing,
So
'di ba?
sobrang sa raming no na sa raming rejection na ako ang nagbigay. Sorry, hindi ako um sorry, malungkot yung Tagalog ko. Anyway, sa rami kong ni-reject na client, I was questioning myself, am I self-sabotaging? Like,
Mm.
nag-ask na ako kay ChatGPT, puro naman, affirming si ChatGPT, so whatever. Pero, I, 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 I got to that point na nag-question ako sa sarili ko na, oh my God, ang arte ko. Ah,
Pero
pero,
galing. Yeah. Because you want your client and you to be aligned. Kasi pag aligned kayo, parang it's gonna be the best, like, one of the best projects, diba?
mm.
So,
So
galing.
if I may share some of the client na reject ko is I think this person wanted napansin ko during our trial project na they wanted more calls. So I just wanted to write. Can you imagine ang calls nyo 3 hours, 3 times a week?
Mm.
So parang para sa akin, parang parang kinukuha na ako sa place of genius ko, which is just writing, and I
Yeah.
wasn't really nauubos energy ko if I'm always ping-ponging. Hindi ako ganun na person. So, parang I told that person na we're not really aligned, so hindi ko na itutuloy yung trial project, even though
Mm-mm.
it's paid. So, I asked them na, don't pay me na lang. So they told me then na, oh, if it's your if your gut tells you na hindi tayo aligned, then okay. Tapos yung mind ko din, oh my God, ang bait niya. Anyway, so I still convinced myself. I already said my no, so okay.
Yeah.
That didn't go through. Some other clients din na hindi pa kami nag-discovery call, pero they keep changing schedules, they keep moving schedules,
Mm-mm.
and if you're like a newbie, you would be parang atat ka na, oh, okay, I will follow your schedule. Okay, sige, what time ka? And I was, no, you have to have respect sa time ko rin.
Yeah.
Especially, they changed the schedule of the call, like, our, like, on the day sa call. I was like, what if may iba akong calls? What if
Yeah.
busy din ako sa life ko? So, parang in my head, oh, that's red flag na because
Yeah.
they don't have respect sa time ko. What more if I started working with them and, you know, parang, do this, kahit ano, 2 a.m. na dyan, do this. So parang nag-overthink ako, pero there's no point in risking,
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially pag sa online jobs, ang daming red flags actually. For I guess, ang daming red flags kasi parang nag-report na nga ako na ang daming fake na email address. So, ayun. Careful lang. I think that is my end of story. I think.
Yeah. Actually, sobrang ganda na sinishare mo yon kasi nga, lalo na yung part na kinikwento mo, you had your own experience before mo narating tong part ng life mo ngayon na kaya mo nang mamili, 'di ba? Ngayon, magaling ka din na copywriter. You did your work, you studied hard. Kaya, it's really, really impressive and ang galing mo. What were the self-limiting beliefs that were the obstacles for your success?
I think when you think of copywriting, a lot of us um, think parang we chose copywriting because of the writing part, diba? Because of the work from home part, because a lot of us are introverted and prefer working alone. Pero because I chose to be a freelance copywriter and not like a parang part-time or full-time employee, parang gusto ko ng client per client, diba? I have to outgrow, like right now, I'm still in the process of like developing my skill. I have to outgrow my fear of calls, discovery calls. When I'm there sa call na, I try my best talaga, pero before the call, like 12 hours earlier, wala na akong ginagawa dyan. Para na freeze mode lang ako. Kinakabahan ako before every interview, before every discovery call. And I thought that would go away as the more you, the more years you are in the game, pero hindi. Parang I still need more calls siguro. So, So that's it. I recognize na my fixed mindset ako, even though I told myself na I have a growth mindset. But I think my action says na my fixed mindset ako because I always equate being an introvert to being uh, socially anxious when they're different different terms. You can be an introvert and, be good with people. Na, my threshold ka lang, may limit ka lang. So,
Mm-mm.
even when I'm introvert, a lot of leaders actually are introverted and they get to do public speaking. And I won't go that way. Di ko pa nga kaya mag-calls, diba? Pero I recognize na I still have a lot to grow. So, ayun, I am, you know, growing. And I still hate discovery calls. I just go through it. And, you have to pick the kind of difficulty you want to deal with. And it just so happens na sa freelance copywriting, you have to do calls. Some of us, you know, they can parang tiis graveyard hours. You have to do that. Uh, There are sacrifices to the things that you want to do. Like whatever choice you have, parang may pros and cons talaga.
Oo.
So another self-limiting belief that I have is analysis paralysis. And right now, it's actually a new lesson that I learned this year or that I parang absorbed fully this year. Kasi may tendency ako na I hear advices pero hindi siya ma-absorb talaga. Pero this year, I recognize na a lot of successful people, they move fast. They just put things out there. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you have to make something. I think a lot of us have heard this, or maybe kung pareho tayo ng algorithm, pero it's yung sikat na quote ngayon in the freelancing space is you have to make something exist first and then make it perfect later. So, just kahit pangit yung blog post mo, kahit pangit yung Instagram post mo, yung personal, if you're planning to like work on your personal brand to, maybe that is your other way of finding clients, just post kahit hindi siya up to your standards. And it's frustrating, di ba na, in your head, you have high standards, pero once you output something, it doesn't match. Pero wait ka lang. You gotta exercise that muscle, that
Yeah.
action muscle, and then i-perfect mo lang yung skill mo. And that's also what I've been, working on. And I think I will continue working on that. 'Cause yung natural tendency ko talaga is to wait, assess the risks first. I'm very cautious. So, if you want to make things happen, you have to get it out fast. And it's also frustrating that you have very good ideas, and then other people that you deem that are not as talented, they not saying, I'm just saying that a lot of the very successful people, like say, um, Logan Paul, or
Mm.
A lot of very
Yeah.
successful people are successful not because they're intelligent, not because they're talented, but because
Yeah.
they're fearless. They're very
Yeah.
makapal ang mukha, and
Kim
they
K.
are,
Kim
yeah.
Kardashian. Yeah.
Oh, Kim Kardashian. A lot of, yeah, that
Perfect
person even,
example.
'di ba, na
Yeah.
overcome niya yung scandal niya,
Yeah.
and
Really
she
good.
made mistakes in public. And so if those people exist, just, make something, your failure is nothing compared to other people's. Anyway, I know. You get
So,
me.
yeah, it really,
Small
yeah,
mistakes are nothing.
yeah. Actually, naalala ko yung last na Kaizen natin, yung Shopee. Ang pinaka-ano ko talaga dun is just always showing up.
Oh,
Diba?
yes.
And yeah, and if you're always just showing up, eventually, you'll get the rhythm, tapos you'll get, paano ba? You'll know what to do eventually, diba? But
Mm-mm.
just showing up.
Yung sa akin, yung sa story ko, I kept just
Oh, wait.
showing up. I was just, oh,
Wait lang for
wala.
a while.
Okay.
Wait lang. Nabunot.
Akala ko nag-Shopee na naman ako.
Hindi, so na-trauma ka na talaga. Sorry, chinarge ko. Hindi pala naka-charge yung laptop ko. Na-trauma ka na talaga sa
Okay.
last Kaizen natin. Ang
Actually, oh,
gulo.
sige. So, ayun. I was just, hindi, I wasn't even, parang with my meeting with Sensei, um, I wasn't there with the intention to like get a job, or, you just show up. Like I was just show up at the right places, show up where you're the most, the least skilled. Because a lot of people who are ahead of you, they're more likely helpful. Or parang
Yeah.
a lot of people who are like parang humihila sa'yo pababa is the people under you. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you think that, yeah, you just have to recognize that the room you're in, are you in the right room? Should you be in the other room?
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people better than, smarter than you. And I think inner circle, char,
Yes,
and
actually.
and inner circle is a good start. A lot of people are, graduates before us. So,
Successful na rin sila. Ang gagaling nila. So, yun. So, what were your external struggles that were obstacle to your success? Like money, time, family, stress, personal problem?
I think yung external struggle ko before is money problems.
Every,
Um, hmm?
everyone money
Money
problem.
prob
Me
Yeah,
too.
everyone. Money problems, you're not alone. So, yung akin kasi before I told you guys na my phase din ako na nag-accept ako ng toxic clients, and that was because I was like in the um parang parang I wasn't in a place na kaya ko mag-inarte. So
Mm-mm.
that stopped me, of course, in, you know, propelling my copywriting career, because parang may cycle kasi na unescapable cycle if you keep getting low quality clients, because the way you get better job sa copywriting is if you have a better portfolio or maybe if you have good connections, diba? Pero mainly, you have to build your portfolio. Pero what if you keep getting clients na hindi ka pinaparite ng, they don't allow you to improve your copy, they don't allow you to see the results, they keep micromanaging. So you end up with, you don't get to build your portfolio. And so I decided to stop and ayun, doon ako nag-enroll ng 7DC, doon ko nakilala si Sensei. And I am lucky na my you can also get parang a part-time job na hindi siya nag-take masyado ng energy or hours para you get to pursue the right projects. If I hope I'm
Yeah.
understandable. So ayun, strategic if you really want um to really get to the premium client part. Mhm.
You also mentioned here that generational curse.
Uh,
Yeah.
generational curse, it's just,
And
the self-limiting belief ko na I recognize na I got it from my mother. I got it
yeah, of
from
course.
family. Na
Yes, of
parang,
course.
uh, yes, of course.
I
Um,
mean, ganun
so,
talaga eh. Ako din pag may mga ganun ng karakter, it's from my mom. It's from my dad.
mm, you have
Yan.
there's a lot of, uh, uh, in, ano tawag nito, introspection that you have to do to recognize na you have some growth to do. And yung
Yeah.
self-limiting beliefs mo is, you're not always right. You have to recognize na you have to, it's painful to grow. And
Yeah.
ayun, that yung societal pressure din na to achieve something at a certain
Yeah.
age. Um, I parang very steadfast kasi ako to getting to having that email marketing career. Kaya I didn't parang I think once I told Sensei na, what if mag-VA na lang ako, Sensei, tapos mag-fingers crossed ako na makasingit ako na parang I grow into that company na eventually ipa-email, ipa-write nila ako ng email copy. That was my idea noon sa one-to-one call namin ni Sensei. If I don't know if he remembers, pero I remember asking that. And I thought that was the easy way out. I was just, sige, magkuha na lang ako ng VA job. Pero I think most naturally, most likely what will happen is you're gonna be stuck with the VA job and
Yeah.
kalimutan mo na lang yung copywriting mo. And it depends din sa ano mo, sa goal mo. Do you want abundance? Then okay, go. Yung copywriting skill mo will help you with, being a better VA, being a better negosyante. Yung sa akin lang is just, I want to be a copywriter talaga. I don't know why. I just, I don't know. So, yun yung akin.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Norge. And may three lesson ka ba that you would like to share to your younger self?
I think the first one is uh na mention ko na is to continue showing up even if hindi ka confident, just show up and you don't even have to do anything. Show up lang and then prove yourself. Even if you think na hindi ka qualified because they gave you that task, just do it. And then maybe they gave you that task because they trust you as an individual na parang may integrity ka and doesn't have anything to do with your skill. So just show up and then, you know, the everyone is listening. You don't know it, but the my first freelancing client, I didn't ask for that job. They just noticed me. And sometimes mag-referral sila, mga ganun. You get referrals that way, parang be visible, be, pero don't be fake. Just show up where it matters. And then the second is, na-mention ko na rin, the faster you make things happen, the likely you'll succeed. And uh, I think, ano, ito, parang naka-sticky note na nga siya sa ano ko, sa monitor ko.
Cute.
Nakita
Cute.
niyo?
They're blurry. Blurry.
The faster I start, the
Cute.
sooner I'll get feedback. Because if wala akong nilalabas sa world, how do I get to know na it's what I'm doing is something bad or something good? How do I know na I have to improve it? How do I know na, ay, good na pala yung ginawa ko? So, just make things happen and, ano, you succeed. The likely you'll succeed. And
Yeah.
napansin ko din sa mga boss ko before, I keep complaining before na a lot of the very successful people are visionary. Gawin natin to, gawin natin yan. Ako, I'm the opposite. How do I do that? Hindi naman siya kaya ngayon. So, you have to do, anyway, nag-rumble na ako. Just do things, make things happen
Yeah.
first and then improve later. And then, I think my last is that no one really cares.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm still also learning na no one's really paying attention. A lot of us are busy with our own lives, so it's a good thing that no one cares. Tapos ako hindi ako napopost sa FB kasi nandun yung relatives ko so anyway.
Bukod sa relatives.
Hindi dun din yung parents ko. I just
Yeah.
iwas sakit ulo. Anyway, um sige mag-add on lang ako ng one last kasi I think the one last lesson is your future is hidden in your daily habits. So you don't have to do anything in a very big way. Just do small things every day. Ako kay, for me to be consistent with like sending applications, I just do one application a day. And I do it like 30 minutes lang. So send lang. O parang, okay, I did something today that moved the needle. It's not, doesn't have something to be big. And then afternoon, even just those small little actions daily, last week, 5 people got back to me na nag-ask sila na, okay, pass ka dito na round or available ka dito na work. Parang they are contacts na I just messaged months ago and it pays off to just do the work every day. Just do something small. Kung di mo feel, do something very bare minimum. Ako, nag-treadmill ako, and then I tell myself na, if I told myself na, walk 90 minutes daily, ma-pressure ako. Parang, if I, if I'm too strict with myself, um, parang I think I won't be as consistent. So, it's still there, walk 90 minutes, pero yung mindset ko every day is just, start with 10 minutes lang, Norge. Pero, nung nagwa-walk na ako, I noticed myself, okay, 10 more minutes until sa na 90 minutes ko na. So you just, you know, start with a little and with our nature, parang we get, since we're already there, parang yung mindset na yun, we always finish the job. Since
Yeah.
andito na lang tayo, tapusin na natin. So, yun, ayun.
Yeah. So, I see here na, you want to promote your Substack. Sorry, promoting gamit kong term. Pero andito kasi, I just want to send it to everyone and we're gonna be posting it also sa YouTube. So, yeah, I'm just sending it to everyone so you can follow it. It's Norge newsletter and Instagram and website. Website yun, no? Written by
Mm-mm.
Norge.com. Actually,
I think,
dito kita unang nakita sa Instagram mo. Yeah. Oo.
as in,
Oo.
so,
Galing.
Hi! Also, yun, Substack.
Cute.
Right now sa Substack, parang may challenge ako sa self ko na may experiment ako na just do the damn thing experiment. So, yung goal ko is to really find my perfect match na client. So, I
Yeah.
promised myself na to do something, even if like very simple things. Yung sinabi ko, di ba? Na, so yun, I tracked myself. So, if you want, if you want to join me, if you want to know
Yeah.
yeah, kasi a lot of the masters are already good. Yeah, they forgot na, I don't know, yaw-yaw na po ko. Anyway,
Yeah, they
um,
forgot na ano, 'di ba, na meron ding mga beginners. And actually
yeah,
excited kami na ma-find mo yung perfect client mo. So, subscribe din ako. Update mo kami ha, Nord.
yeah, fingers
Yay!
crossed.
Fingers crossed. Thank
Tapos,
you so
you
much.
can see me fail din. See me
Yeah.
maarte. So,
Thank you so much, Nord. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
So, guys, thank you. Thank you for tonight. Thank you, Nord. Is there anything else? Okay na? That's about it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing your Kaizen, Nords. And thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
the time, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.